Hey, we're live.
Yay!
Guess what that? You know what that means?
We're live?
Yes.
That we're live.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna share out our episode post on our old Facebook page, and off we'll go.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
I am.
All right. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Willing Snackrifice. I'm Mike.
I'm Liz.
And we have a very special episode for you tonight. We titled this one Meatsticksnfudge, and you'll see why in a little while. But we also have a Universal Yums box that we're going to do. And I think it's a very special one. And it's one that we support a country that is going through a lot and a very rough time in the last couple of years. And I applaud Universal Yums for actually putting together a box for the Ukraine.
You're going to the Ukraine.
Yep. So we do have a lovely little map as we have to get, and a scorecard on the other side, and we also have some stickers.
Not only are we going to the Ukraine, this is an eclectic episode.
It is.
Because we are going to the South.
We are.
A very microcosm of the South of the United States.
Yeah, so
talked about before.
Yeah, we talked about it on the last episode. I got to visit the South recently and got to go to a very famous now gas station chain called Buc-ee's. And we couldn't help ourselves. We had to pick up some snacks to share with y'all.
We've had some of the snacks before, like not that we're going to show today, but we have had snacks from there before that other people have picked up for us.
Yeah.
But this was the first time that you'd been able to go.
Right. And I did get to try some of the more famous things like that they have, like for food entrees and desserts. I got to try the beef brisket, which was outstanding. It was great. It was delicious. Their sauce was really good. It was smoky and sweet. It was a very good combination with the brisket. I also tried the pulled pork, which was good. Not as good as the brisket, but it was good. I also tried a Philly cheesesteak burrito, which was unbelievable. It was.
And before you think he did all this in one sitting,
No.
He traveled by car through the South to
Florida
and back.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in New York.
Yeah,
and quite the drive. And I think you stopped at several, or at least
multiple times.
Yeah, several on the way down and back.
Yep. And I also tried a chicken burrito, and that was okay. The Philly cheesesteak one was better.
We did get a bunch of snacks.
And finally, there was one more thing I tried. I tried a dessert that probably wouldn't have traveled very well back here. They have a banana pudding.
Oh, I like banana pudding.
And it was like one of those like classic picnic kind of banana puddings, right? With like the Nilla wafers mixed in and kind of like broken up. It was delicious. It was really good. They do a nice job with like their items like that. You think convenience store, gas station, you're like, oh man,
banana pudding.
Right,
maybe not.
Right. Or you think, and I'm gonna qualify this, you think of going to like a 7-Eleven and what they have like in the States, except for Hawaii.
Because 7-Eleven means something different in other countries.
Yeah. And you think of like those hot dogs on the rollers and like those tuna sandwiches that don't look very good.
That have been there since.
Right. So this flips that on its ear, and they take it to the next level. They actually have their own sodas, different flavored sodas, and I tried a couple of those, and those were really good.
Like, were they fountain sodas or like bottled cans?
Fountain sodas. If they had bottled or canned them, I would have brought some back.
I'm gonna say.
Just to try, yeah. And of course, everybody wants to know the bathroom situation.
Because apparently they're the best.
So they are incredibly clean. They're nice.
And private.
And private.
Because they have full doors, don't they?
They do.
As opposed to
yeah,
in a lot of other places in the States that have like a stall that you can kind of see below and there's cracks all around it.
Right.
It's not as private as one might like.
Yeah, and then maybe you have to go to the front counter to get the key to get into the bathrooms in some of those, and they're sketchy as heck. So the other thing, I mean, people talk about the cleanliness of them, and I will say absolutely they are clean, incredibly clean. They have one of the ones I went to, they had a staff in the bathroom of 2 people going around and cleaning the stalls and around the urinals and the sinks and everything after every use.
That's intense.
It was impressive, to say the least. And those people hustle. It's an amazing operation. And it's an amazing operation all the way around. And then the gas pumps, like there are hundreds of gas pumps at each location. It's an insane location or concept as far as like their business goes. And I mean, they sell so much stuff.
Merch, so much merch, from clothes to like tchotchkes, housewares, camping gear.
Yeah, and even stuff that's like not Buc-ee's branded. They have like all sorts of other brands that are in their stores, and it was a very interesting and eclectic mix of stuff in those stores.
Mm-hmm. And I think for between us and other people who were having requests, there was t-shirts, hoodies, hats, socks.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think you got a coffee mug.
A coffee mug, yeah, a travel mug. Yeah. But before we get to the Buc-ee's items, we want to do the Ukraine box first.
Mm-hmm. And there is a little statement in here.
Okay.
Privyet from Ukraine, which apparently means hello. It says a note for the adults, because a lot of times kids enjoy these in families. Which such staggering loss of life as a result of Russia's war with Ukraine, it almost doesn't seem appropriate to bring up the tragedy in Ukraine alongside a snack box. Still, I will, because I want to give some context as to how and why we are bringing Ukraine to you. We have been working with our suppliers in Ukraine since 2017. When it became clear that many of our suppliers were back in operation after the initial invasion, we felt it was important to support the businesses and employees of those businesses in Ukraine. Our purchase helped contribute to the normalcy that Ukrainians are attempting to find in a terrible and terrifying time. You can read more about the logistics of getting these snacks to our facility in New Jersey on page 11. There were many, many people, both Ukrainian and our team at Universal Yums, who had a role in bringing you a taste of Ukraine this month. I speak for everyone in expressing my desire for you to enjoy them. They are fruits of incredible resilience. And that was written from the co-founder of Universal Yums.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. So, do you want to get into it, or do you want a trivia piece?
I want to do a trivia first.
Okay. Ukraine's Polonic Castle is built on top of A, an ancient volcano, B, a massive waterfall, C, a mammoth graveyard, or D, a smelly bog.
A volcano.
You are correct. The castle's strategically precarious location has helped it withstand sieges since the 14th century, making it one of Ukraine's most fortified castles. Now it's home to a museum of ancient artifacts, but the main attraction remains its panoramic view from 223 feet up. Fortunately, it's an ancient, not active volcano, so the only thing this castle will blow is your mind.
Interesting.
Interesting wording too.
Well, but it said volcanic. That's what kind of I felt like that was maybe a tip off.
Polonic.
Or Polonic. I thought like Nick. Like so
the volcanic, Polonic.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where my mind went.
Pick it up. What you put down?
Yeah.
Let's get started. Our first thing is homemade bread chips with ajika. Fried rye chips with ajika seasoning. I don't know what ajika is. Many countries have a favorite condiment. In the U.S., it's ketchup. Italy has pesto. Mexico has salsa. In Ukraine, they have ajika. Adjika. This mildly spicy sauce is made with carrots, tomatoes, garlic, and chili pepper and serves as an accompaniment to, well, pretty much anything. It's slathered on bread, poured into soup, drizzled atop vegetables, mixed into scrambled eggs, and most commonly paired with meat. In fact, the name ajika comes from the word for salt, which should give you an indication of how pervasive the condiment is. See if you can taste the spices: basil, paprika, chili, garlic, bay leaves that make up the distinctive pungent flavor. And see if you agree that this statement new favorite condiment.
I don't know.
Is that the right one?
Yeah.
Bag looks different. Oh, outer bag.
I already held that up to the camera.
I was reading.
Here's the outer bag.
So these are fried rye chips. Very crunchy.
They're seasoned nicely.
Yeah, I do like the seasoning. Yeah. At first, I was like, nah. I don't think I like the fried bread. I think the oil. You can taste the oil.
So it's combined with beer, salad, or soup. Totally makes sense. Salad. I was thinking almost croutonish.
Mm-hmm. Harder than croutons.
Yeah. I think soup. They would soak the soup in nicely.
Yeah. Add a good flavor.
Add a good flavor. Yeah.
I do like it. They grow on you. Like you reach for another. It's moreish.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good. I'd go 3.5 on those.
I'd probably do 3. I don't like that you can kind of taste the oil they were fried in.
Okay.
That's just a me thing, though.
Sure.
Can I taste your cocktail?
Oh, yeah, certainly. So while I was traveling, I found these canned cocktails. They're Sammy Hagar's Beach Bar cocktails. And this one is the pineapple splash. And Sammy says, I like it sweet with some jalapeno heat.
Mm.
Now, I'm not going to say anything yet, but I'll give a review of what I think of these. I tried 3 different flavors of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's one more in the fridge. It's like a fruit punch flavor.
Yeah.
That is actually my favorite. I found these kind of bland.
I was going to say, I expected more flavor.
They're a rum-based beverage. When I tried this one initially, I thought I got like a little bit more jalapeno like a couple weeks ago. Now I'm not getting so much.
I got pineapple, but it's like not even like pineapple juice, but like just.
And it's kind of almost like a sparkling beverage in a way.
Yeah,
almost like a sparkling water.
It's like a Truly or a White Claw. I wouldn't even say a White Claw. White Claws are pretty.
I would say so. I'm not hugely impressed with them. I wanted to try them. I'm a big Sammy Hagar fan. And I wanted to give them a try. I saw them at a liquor store. I actually was going in to buy some beer, and I saw those, and I was like, "Oh, I got to try them." And then I saw they had all 3 flavors, and I was like, "Okay, sold." One of the other ones you couldn't have. It was a tangerine.
Oh yeah, tangerine dream.
Yeah,
that's what they called it. Next trivia is: which of the following is a wedding custom in Ukraine? Wearing rings on the right hand, women proposing to men, hidden rings in the wedding cake, or getting matching tattoos?
Hidden rings in the wedding cake.
No. It is wearing rings on the right hand.
Oh.
Unlike in many other cultures, many Ukrainians wear their wedding rings on their right ring fingers according to Orthodox custom. The rings themselves are also unique. While most American engagement rings contain diamonds, traditional Ukrainian bands are either plain gold or silver without gemstones.
Huh. Interesting.
And our next snack is, weirdly, golden chips wasabi. Can you handle Ukraine's longest snack? You may not think of Ukrainian cuisine as spice heavy, but we're here to challenge that perception. Ukrainians can seriously handle their spice. Exhibit A, one of the most popular alcoholic drinks, horilka, literally burning water, is often infused with red hot chili peppers. Exhibit B, these long rectangular chips might appear delicate and thin, but don't be fooled. They're packed with an incredibly strong, ridiculously hot wasabi flavor. One flaky bite and you'll be reaching for a glass of water. Just make sure it's not burning water. It's very green. It looks like building material or packing material. What are they made of? Are they corn?
I think they're potato.
Potato.
It says potato snack.
All right. Ready? It's supposed to be super spicy.
Cheers. They're good.
They're wasabi.
Yeah, they're wasabi. I mean, you get that wasabi horseradishy kind of heat.
That little punch that goes up your nostrils or up the back of your nose. Wasabi Pringle.
Yeah, salty. A little salty.
I like them. I do.
That's like a good bar snack.
Mm-hmm. A little delicate. I don't think they'd be hard to.
Yeah.
Keep around.
You know what? Actually, if you crunch those up and put those over, like even like a salad.
Or bread some chicken with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Those I would buy. Those I'd give those a 3.75. I'm surprised. I wasn't expecting to like them.
I wasn't either, but those are pleasant. I mean, they were kind of warning us of the heat, and I didn't get like a huge amount of spice to those.
I mean, there was that wasabi kick, and if some people are, I want to say weenies.
I'm right with you, by the way. 3.75.
Those are good though.
Yeah.
Good use of wasabi. Ukraine is home to the world's longest blank statue, instrument, sneaker, or loaf of bread.
Instrument.
You are correct. Ukraine has a long history of music, but their favorite instrument is even longer. The trombita is a long wooden horn played by Ukrainian Highlanders to send signals over vast distances. Measuring anywhere from 3 to 10 feet, it's the longest musical instrument in the world, capable of carrying sound over 6 miles.
Huh.
I think of the Ricola horn.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Our next snack, we are going something sweet. This is sponge cake with condensed milk. A slice of condensed milk cream layer cake. Sometimes sweet things can come out of really dark times. This yum is proof. After World War II, Ukraine faced food food shortages that forced folks to get creative in the kitchen, especially for dessert, which is where sweetened condensed milk or Gushionka came in handy. Locals used it to stick together bits of leftover baked goods, making simple no-bake cakes. Since then, sweetened condensed milk has become a staple in Ukrainian cuisine. Nothing wrong with that.
I don't know.
Cake. Looks very soft.
It feels very soft.
Smells good. Well, it has that little bit of a chemical smell, but that is hard to avoid in mass-produced snack cakes. The few that we've had that didn't have that chemical smell were like Canada.
Yeah.
I think the UK.
Note that there's like croissants that we've gotten before.
Yeah.
Some of those. There's like a white cream right in the middle there. It's light. It's airy. Slightly sugary, not like overly sugary. It'd be good with like a mug of coffee.
Or tea or cocoa.
Yeah.
I can't get past that preservative. It almost tastes like alcohol. And I'm reading the ingredients. And there's lots of ingredients. And a lot of them are preservatives. So it's tasty. It's a vending machine snack.
Yeah.
You would get this in a vending machine. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy it in like a supermarket.
2.5.
No. The cake is good. I expected it to be dry, but it's like Mike said, it's not sickeningly sweet. A little bit like angel food cake.
Yeah.
I would give it about the same.
Okay.
Like if I was hungry and my options were vending machine, that would be a contender. That and those things would be contenders. That would be dinner and breakfast. Let's get through the trivia. Which of the following is not a Ukrainian custom? Celebrating New Year's twice, greeting guests with bread and salt, striking family members with willow branches, carving wooden figures for a week.
Let's go with the wooden figures.
You are correct. In Ukraine, locals greet guests with bread and salt for good luck, strike family members with blessed branches in order to cast away evil spirits, and celebrate Old New Year on January 14th, just 2 weeks after the modern New Year. Many locals also carve wood, just not during one specific week. Our next snack is crostata with blackcurrant. Berry-licious fruit on a crumbly cookie crust. In the scheme of fruits, blackcurrant is fairly new. Native to Scandinavia and Russia, it's been cultivated to perfection in Ukraine's fertile climate over the past 500 years. Not so in the United States, where the cultivation of blackcurrants was banned starting in 1911 due to a fungus that naturally occurs in the plants that can wreak havoc on America's trees and therefore lumber industry. Fortunately, tangy and richly sweet blackcurrant crostatas are A-OK for importation. I think Tina and our nephew, Sister Tina and our nephew call blackcurrant bougie grape. Because we don't have blackcurrant here because it was banned to grow. But it's very popular in Europe.
I believe this is the same brand as the
sponge cake.
As the sponge cake, yeah.
Oh, hopefully not chemically.
overly chemically.
Yeah. I'm hoping it because they said it was a crostata, like a cookie, so it doesn't have like a. Oh, it's like a little pie.
Yeah.
Piece of pie. Just take a bite while it's in the thing, or you're gonna get crumbs everywhere probably. Smells good.
I like the crust.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's good. Like it's like a deceptive, like good, like almost pie crust.
Mm-hmm. The pastry is good. I get nothing from the filling.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste strongly of anything. It's just baked fruit. They called it a fruit crostata, and it would have been
Yeah.
almost figgy, honestly,
Little
like
bit,
fig Newtony, but
kind of sweet, but that's all I get is just like a slight bit of sweetness, and that's it.
right. I mean, the pastry again. The pastry part is excellent.
Yeah.
I like that. But the fruit just adds a slight different texture. It's a very thin layer too, so it's not like a ton of fruit on it, or jam or preserve or whatever it is on it. But it doesn't taste chemically. It doesn't taste preserved. I would give that a 4.
I was gonna go with a 3.
Ukrainian Prokopovich. I sound like a stuttering Model T. Prokopovich. Pietro Prokopov. Screw it. Prokopovich. It's not, you say it.
Let me see. Which one is it? Number 5?
Yeah.
Ukrainian Petro Prokopovich. Petro Prokopovich.
No.
Petro Prokopovich. Petro Prokopovich. So, okay, hold on.
Let me just see it.
Hold on.
I think you're skipping a syllable.
No, I'm not. I'll give you an easy thing. So Petro is the first name, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Petro, and then Proko, and then think Moripovich. Okay.
Prokopovich.
Yeah.
Okay.
Petro Prokopovich.
Because I was like
Prokopovich.
Prokopovich. He's known for having a really hard name for Westerners to pronounce. Founding the world's first beekeeping school, financing the education of the poor, creating the world's first frame beehive, or keeping 10,000 beehives.
So there's 3 bee ones, and then
the education of the poor.
Education of the poor. Let's go with the bee school.
The answer is a trick question. All of the above.
Oh, it's all of the above?
He's a philanthropist and bee lover. 9th century beekeeper Pietro Prokopovich was quite wide. He was a wide man. Was quite the sorry.
You had a lot of universal yums.
All that honey. He was quite the busy bee. He built the world's first hive frame, a panel that holds the honeycomb in the beehive, paving the way for modern communal beekeeping. He also opened the world's first school of beekeeping in Bethune, often paying for peasants to learn beekeeping, plus reading, writing, and math. all while tending to an unbelievable 10,000 beehives. The man was bee obsessed. Yay, bees. Our next yum is a Choco Shock. Chocolatey wafer stuffed with cookies and cream. The more we travel the world on this snack adventure, the easier it is to notice that some yums are, well, universal. Case in point, cookies and cream. Here's Ukraine's take on it. Smooth vanilla cream flecked with cookie pieces, smeared over a wafer, and then smothered in chocolate. You've never had cookies and cream like this before. We haven't. So it's like apparently every culture has adapted, different permutations of cookies and cream.
So just breaking that apart, I could tell there's like a little layer of cookie down at the bottom of that, like a wafer cookie type deal. And I get a ton of that flavor.
The wafer.
Of the wafer. Almost like Kit Kat-esque.
Mm-hmm. I don't taste chocolate at all. I taste vanilla cream and the wafer. Now, the vanilla cream and the chocolate have made it so the wafer is still crispy. Like, it doesn't have that weird stale that wafer cookies sometimes get. But it's just a sweet.
It's good. I like the wafer. I like the cream. The chocolate, it's kind of just...
It's so thin that it doesn't really lend to anything. And I don't get any cookie pieces either.
I mean...
There's so much crunch from the wafer, they get lost.
Yeah. I mean, we've run into this before with like chocolate from some other countries where it just doesn't really do well. And I think, unfortunately, this Choco Shock is kind of
like, I wouldn't buy that in a vending machine. I wouldn't pay money for it. I mean, it's not bad. It's not the worst snack I've ever had. I'd give it a 2.
A 2? Okay. I'd go $2.75 on it.
Well, I know you like your wafers.
Yeah. I mean, I like the wafer. I like the cream in it. It's just the chocolate's lacking.
Okay. In 2012, Ukrainians broke the world record for blank at Lviv's Pampouk Festival. Tallest cookie tower, biggest pierogi, smallest sunflower seed, or largest donut mosaic?
I was going to go with the biggest pierogi, but I have to go with the donut mosaic now.
Because that's a very specific thing.
Yeah.
And you are correct. Every January, and I don't know how to say this city's name, Lviv? Viv?
Yeah.
Locals celebrate Christmas time with the annual Pampouk Festival. It's a celebration revolving around pampushka, a specific type of yeasted donut. What better way to celebrate than the biggest donut mosaic in the world has ever seen? Created with 7,040 donuts, which were then eaten by local celebrants. Unfortunately, surprisingly, they lost their title in 2022. Doesn't say to whom. Wonder who won. Largest donut mosaic. We're going into the yum bag next for our next 2 sweets. These ones are called chewing sweets. Soft candy with a bubblegum flavor. Bubblegum candy probably isn't what you expect when you think of Ukrainian sweets. You can read more about how this yum came to be on the first page of this booklet. It's not a choose your own adventure. Why couldn't you put it? Ukrainian. Okay. The bubblegum chews and choco lemon bites in your box serve a specific purpose in Ukraine today. Oh, Jesus, this name. The candy maker, Zytom Mirsky Lesochi. Just speed that up in your head. Developed these candies in 2022 in order to lift the spirits of Ukrainian children, inspiring joy and carefree lightness through the treats. The recipes use only ingredients that are readily available so that the candy maker can keep making them even if resources become scarce. So these are a non-traditional but a new sweet that are created to help kids get through the chaos and horror that is their lives right now. I think because it shows different colors. So
I had one other color, but I looked at it. I don't necessarily know if it's like
just a different color wrapper.
Because it's white on the inside.
It's probably just, it says they're bubblegum flavor, so.
Right. Yeah, so I don't think that there's necessarily.
It's just a chew. Looks like a red eraser.
Yeah, it definitely smells like bubblegum.
Soft, smooth, not too sticky either, which is good. I was worried it was going to be like really sticky. I like it. It's weird to immediately swallow something that tastes like bubblegum.
It reminded me of circus peanuts.
Better texture.
Yeah.
Circus peanuts are waxy.
But the flavor is very reminiscent to me of like a circus peanut.
Which circus peanuts are supposed to be citrus flavored.
I wonder if that's just because they're orange in color.
I don't know. We'll have to look that up at some point. I like those. They're really good. I wouldn't be mad, if somebody brought those over for a gift or something. It was like,
right.
Here, I brought these over for treats. Probably, I'd give them a 3.
Right with you. 3 sounds good.
And we'll just go right into the next one, which is in the Yum bag. It is a Trizatron glazed sweets. This is a weird combo. Chocolatey bites with creamy lemon filling. Lemons are so hard to do. They end up tasting like like furniture polish. Lemons definitely aren't part of a traditional Ukrainian fare, but they are part of Ukrainian innovation. A greenhouse network in Rozhny, a village near Kiev, or Kiev, that we've learned how to pronounce that correctly, uses specialized thermal greenhouses to produce everything from white pomegranates, mini bananas, and do you see where we're going with this? Lemons. The growing process isn't easy, with the entire plantation submerged in the ground and divided into 2 unique climate zones, but it does allow for further experimentation with food. Today, it's lemon chocolate, but perhaps one day we'll see white pomegranate chips in a Ukraine box. Oh, I don't know. Lemon, okay. Chocolate, okay. Together, that's usually okay. How does it smell?
Smells like chocolate.
Oh, it's really sweet. One, the lemon is good. It doesn't taste like furniture polish. 2, the chocolate is good.
Yeah.
It's a dark chocolate. It's so sweet. It's so sugary.
Like, it reminds me sometimes like when we get like a birthday cake and the buttercream frosting is like cloying. Cloyingly sweet. It kind of reminded me of that in a way.
If it wasn't as sweet, I would like it. I'm surprised. But the dark chocolate and whatever version of lemon they used
Not
worked.
horrible.
Not horrible.
Yeah.
But it was so sweet. Like, too sweet. Too sugary. Too sweet.
No too sweet.
Mm-mm. I'd probably give that a. I would never eat that again. Not given a choice. So I'd probably give that a 1.5.
Wow. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it though. So I'm gonna be about middle of the road with that. I'll go 2.75 on that.
So cavities. The classic children's book Blank retells a beloved Ukrainian folktale. A. The Velveteen Rabbit by Marjorie Williams. B. The Mitten by Jan Brett. C. Jamberry by Bruce Deegan. Or D. Chicken Soup with Rice by Maurice Sendak.
Let's go with Jamberry.
No, the answer is The Mitten by Jan Brett.
Oh, I was going to go with that one.
You probably, well, this is telling how old or young people are. You probably remember it from childhood. One by one, the animals huddle into Nikki's abandoned mitten for warmth until it eventually bursts at the seams because of that giant bear's sneeze. The story has several different morals, depending on your interpretation. How certain resources are so scarce that they can't sustain everyone who needs them. The love of a grandmother, the importance of covering your nose when you sneeze. I don't remember that book, that story. I didn't read The Mitten.
No, it doesn't sound familiar.
Might have come more popular after our time reading children's books.
That could be.
Our next snack is Bonnie Fruit Summer Mix. Fruit jellies with pear, apricot, and more. In incredibly harsh winters, Ukrainians had to turn pro at preserving. Over the summer, berries were traditionally boiled into a sweet jam known as varenya. Apricots and peaches were dried and then later mixed with hot sugar water for the dessert beverage compote. And the really experimental preservers focused on pickling watermelon. These extra sweet soft jelly candies made with real fruit juice are the modern form of fruit preservation, allowing Ukrainians to enjoy summertime faves all year long. Let's see, strawberry, apple, watermelon, cherry, apricot. Juices are apple, apricot, and cherry, pear, and then the coloring is natural colors like black carrot extract and turmeric. So I think I can eat any of these. And I think I will go with what I think is pear. Oh, it even looks like a pear. I think that's watermelon.
This one?
Oh, very peary. Wow. Oh, good. I'm going to have another. I'm going to have cherry.
That was apple.
Was it apple?
Yeah, like green apple.
That's
tasty. Kind of like a very soft chew. A little granular, but not in a bad way. Like sugar granules. They're tasty though. They're very fruity.
And then these orange ones are apricot or peach. Apricot.
Oh, pear was really good.
Yeah. There's a watermelon. Want to try watermelon?
These are tasty.
Yeah, I'm enjoying these. They're very, very, very flavorful. Gummies sometimes are not. Bunch of watermelon. I'll round it out and try the last one. Oh, that's strawberry, I think. And I have the only other green one in here. I think my favorite was the pear. They're good. They're really good.
They're nice.
I really like them. They're really
nice
soft.
Fruit. Yeah. Nice fruit flavor.
Yeah. I'd probably give those. I'd probably give those a 3.75. I don't know how often I would buy them. They would have to be a impulse buy, I think. I don't think I'd like put them on the grocery list or, oh, we should get some of those. But it would be one of those things that you walk by in a store, remember that you liked them, and buy them on impulse.
I would go. I was impressed by those. I'd go a 4.
Let's finish up the trivia.
Okay.
The week before Lent, Ukrainians celebrate Maslenitsa, aka the Flavor Festival, the Feast of Many Cheeses, Pancake Week, the 7 Days of Snacking. This is the week before Lent.
Let's go with the snacking.
No, it's Pancake Week, but that's pretty traditional. Most people have a pancake day before Lent starts. I know here in the United States, we celebrate, a lot of places celebrate Mardi Gras, as, you know, the Tuesday before Lent starts. And the idea is to kind of eat now because you're going to be abstaining from maybe your favorite foods or some foods, and particularly meat, for the next amount of time. And in a lot of countries, particularly with a Catholic influence or like a Lenten influence, pancakes, because of the ingredients being things that a lot of people abstain from during Lent. So instead of a pancake day, they have a pancake week, it looks like.
Huh.
We wish someone told us about Pancake Week years ago, because who wouldn't be down to celebrate something like that? The week starts off with a parade, followed by offering pancakes to the poor. As the week goes on, you do things like visit family and eat pancakes, do outdoor activities like sledding, followed by pancakes, and enjoy the family dinner, more you know what. The week ends with the Sunday of Forgiveness, when friends and family ask each other for forgiveness and offer gifts. Leftover pancakes, they're thrown into the bonfire or used as fertilizer. Leftover pancakes. Leftover pancakes. Who has leftover pancakes?
Just seems.
Just rally and eat that last pancake.
They slide down so easy, you know?
So this, I think, is something like we've had before. Delicia rolls with baked milk flavor. Ukraine's 8-hour milk. Preservation pros don't just stop at fruit. Stalwart Ukrainians also had to solve dairy's annoying tendency to spoil fast. Their solution, baked milk, a delicacy and common breakfast drink. Milk is slowly heated for 8 hours, creating a chemical reaction in the naturally occurring amino acids and sugars that turns dairy into a creamy caramelly, it says caramelly, which is a weird word, sensation. These crispy wafer rolls are filled to the brim with that sweet, milky flavor that's nostalgic to Ukrainians and delicious. So I think it's like almost like a dulce de leche.
I mean, based on the package, it almost looks like a Bavarian cream.
Or those, well, they look like those pirouettes that you can buy that are like Pepperidge Farm, I think.
Right. But I meant like what's in them, like, as opposed to like a dulce de leche. But man, there's a lot of them in here too.
Hope they're good.
Oh, they smell delicious.
They do smell really good. Those are tasty.
They smell like a waffle cone.
Mm-hmm. They taste good. They're very, very delicate. Hence the name. Well, I don't know if it's Delicia or Delicia. I don't know if they're delicious or delicate. Well, they're both. I'm a fan. Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
Okay. So
Vanilla. Yeah.
the first one, like, I'm getting like an aftertaste now of like almost like a milk, like almost bordering on sourness in a way.
I'm not getting that at all.
It's not bad. It's just it's weird. Like no, not when you're tasting it. Like even before I took the bite of the second one, I started to get that like in the back of my throat.
Let me see. Because all I taste is vanilla cream.
I still like them.
I don't.
Maybe it's almost like a chemically kind of thing to me. But I do like them.
I'm not tasting chemical preservatives. I'm not tasting sour milk. I'm not, like, my mind, that sour milk flavor is what exists in Hershey's. This doesn't have that.
I don't know.
Maybe your taste buds are just that different.
I'm getting like definitely like a milk kind of.
Like a glass of milk, but not sour milk.
Reminiscent of like powdered milk.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
A little bit like that, but not in a bad way. Not for me, not in a bad way. I like that. I would buy those. I would have them for breakfast with coffee. I would probably give those a 3 or 4.25.
I'm with you. That's what I was gonna go with. I like them. I just it's just a weird like a thing. Like
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like those a lot. Of everything that we've had, I think. Our next thing is a Roshan Bubble Caramel Chocolate, an aerated caramel and white chocolate bar. One of the world's largest confectionaries and the biggest in Ukraine, Roshan produces over 450,000 tons of treats every year, from chocolates to caramels to jellies to biscuits to cakes. The Willy Wonka-esque mastermind behind it all, Ukraine's former president, Petro Poroshenko.
You're good with that one.
Yeah, well, that one was easy. In 1996, long before his presidency began in 2014 and ended in 2019, Poroshenko started Roshan, quickly earning the nickname Chocolate King. Here you'll taste one of his company's greatest innovations, white chocolate aerated to make tiny bubbles, creating the ultimate chocolate melting experience for your mouth. I'm not a huge fan of white chocolate. I don't mind it. It's not chocolate.
So when I heard bubbles, I'm thinking almost like Aero Bar.
Yeah, I think so too. That's good. Oh, yeah, it's like it has the strata of an Aero Bar. Now that tastes like sour milk. No.
It almost tastes burnt to me.
It's like sour milk. No, thank you.
Like burnt caramel.
I don't like it. Nope. I bet their milk chocolate is good, but this is a no for me.
Yeah, not a huge fan of that. I'd go with 2.
I wouldn't even go with 2. I'd go like a 1. And then our last Ukrainian snack.
Yeah.
The Polis Big Bar. 11-layer dark chocolate and almond wafer. Not so long ago, almonds were considered an extraordinary nut in Ukraine, imported exclusively through the port city of Odessa from the Mediterranean. Today, Odessa and the surrounding region are prolific producers of almonds themselves. With production taking place at home, the nut became much more integrated in Ukrainian food. Case in point, this 11-layered wafer with grated almond filling.
So this is pretty thick.
It's a big bar. And it is dark chocolate. It looks like a giant Kit Kat. Giant almond Kit Kat. Bite it. Okay. Oh no. Some chocolate in there.
Saving it for later.
Mm-hmm.
The almond's weird flavor.
No good. Not good.
I had high hopes for this.
But, not good. No, not good at all. And what makes it even more not good is that it is so thick that you are required to take a big freaking bite. You can't just nibble at it. You gotta honk and chomp down on it.
Well, I mean, I suppose you could
I suppose you couldn't, but then you have a mess. You have chocolate all over yourself. Or like I ended up with chocolate in my bra. Nah. The almond tastes weird.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't taste like sweetened almond. Like maybe they took regular non-roasted almonds and slivered them or something. The chocolate is fine. The wafers are fine. The almonds just ruin it. And the fact that it is, I could hardly fit it in my mouth.
Yeah.
I would not buy that. It's not easy to eat. It's not pleasant to eat. Wow. The last 2 sucked. It wasn't as bad as the white chocolate, I don't think. It was close.
Yeah.
1.5.
I'm gonna go 2.25 because I'm right with you. The white chocolate was like the worst that we had, and the almond one was just slightly better. I mean that should be pretty obvious then. Well, your 2 least favorite items in this box were the white chocolate bar that we just had and the almond bar.
Yeah, the last 2.
You also rated the lemon chocolate thing.
Too sweet. I couldn't take it. It was too much sweetener. Sugar in it.
Yeah, my 2 least favorites were the white chocolate bar and the almond bar. Our most favorite items. Yours, you had the
the crust of the crostata.
The crostata, the
blackcurrant.
The blackcurrant. Yeah, I couldn't think of the fruit. The blackcurrant crostata, and then your most favorite were the Delicia rolls.
Those are really good. Those are just really flaky and delicate and pleasant and just enjoyable.
Mine were the Delicia rolls, and then the Bounding Fruit summer mix.
The jelly.
The jellies, yeah. Overall, an interesting box. I would say the most interesting item actually were these wasabi chips, which were also rated pretty high by both of us. These were probably the most interesting item in the box. There's some things that were interesting, but not in a good way. Like we said that, but hey, you know what? I applaud them for doing a Ukrainian box. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good thing to do. I enjoyed it overall. I continue to enjoy the Universal Yums boxes. But did you want to move on to our next part of this?
I just did want to make point out that of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 snacks.
Yeah.
There were only 2 that were savory.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
so this is very sweets heavy. And there's a recipe in here that I would probably try and you would probably like. And it's called chicken plov. And it's chicken, onion, carrots, garlic, rice, chicken stock, bay leaves, salt, and pepper. Seems like just a pretty traditional chicken and rice dish. I would try it.
Yeah. So, I mean, we do have some savory items to try from, like we talked about, from Buc-ee's, but we also do have some sweets.
Let's do a few savory, at least one savory item, just to kind of clear the sugar palate.
Okay. So, I mean, our choices would be one of those two or these.
I think I want to try those.
Okay. So first up, we have, like I said, these are all from Buc-ee's. These are beef smoked sticks.
So I think they're probably a combination between a Slim Jim and a salami. But I've never had one, so I'm going to try one. You can split one.
You never had a Slim Jim?
I've never had one of these.
Oh. You going to snap into it? Oh, yeah. Snap into a Slim Jim.
I'm struggling.
Well, I kind of... There we go. So they smell meaty.
You just dropped that on the floor.
I didn't. I caught it. So that's about half of one. And there was, what, 6 in a pack?
Mm-hmm.
They smell great.
Mm-hmm. They're better than a Slim Jim.
They're meaty. They're not spicy.
Smoky.
They're smoky, but not spicy.
Mm-hmm. They're good. Those are a good snack. Those
Not
are
a huge amount.
Snack.
Not a huge amount of snap to them.
No. They're more of a salami. A really skinny salami.
I did have a little piece there with like a little bit of a chew of a fat.
Mm-hmm. I like that. That's a good road snack.
They're pleasant, yeah.
That's a good, you stop at a gas station and get a snack.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Like not really a home snack.
Well, one of the things that they're known for, and they have a walk-up, almost like deli counter type thing, or a bar, if you will, and they have all sorts of different kinds of jerkies and cured meats. That's something that they're like famous for. So that was one item that we got out of that. We also got some jerky that we'll try in a future episode.
I like that.
Those are good.
Those are good.
What would you like to try next?
Where we keep saying it was good, but like out of 5.
4.25.
Yeah. I would buy it. Like if we had to stop at a Buc-ee's and we were like, you want a snack? Yeah, get me like some salt and vinegar chips and a bag of a thing of those. So that would probably be a 4.5. Like definitely forefront on my mind of if I wanted a snack that wasn't like an actual meal. but that's what I would choose.
If for some reason you didn't want a brisket sandwich, what's wrong with it?
Let's try your pecan log.
So we do have some classic pecan log rolls that I bought. This is something that I don't know that I've ever had. I'm just putting that up there so we keep that in mind. This is called a pecan divinity. And I'm not sure what it is. It looks like it's nougat or marshmallow. The pecan log rolls are kind of have like a nougat in the middle, and then there's pecans wrapped all the way around it. This looks just maybe like it's just the nougat with pecans mixed in. We'll see though. I'm kind
of pecans.
Yeah.
Pecans. Does it smell like anything?
Sweet.
So soft.
I'm waiting. What?
much like I'm sorry, trying to recover. Much like the chocolate lemon candy, this is so sweet that I have goosebumps. Like the sugar just zapped its way down my arms, and I have goosebumps on my back and my arms from how sweet that is. Secondly, the flavor of what little there is. If you have ever had instant oatmeal, particularly like a maple walnut or maple and brown sugar, instant oatmeal, that flavor minus the oats. Like if you just took the flavor powder out of the instant oatmeal, that's what it tastes like. It's too sweet, and it has no redeeming qualities.
There need to be more pecans in it.
Some like a vanilla or a flavor.
Like the pecan log rolls are better. I like those better. This was so. Maybe a 2.
That's a stay away. That's a no. Don't like it. That's a 1. I should have got a drink to wash down the freaking diabetes.
You had to know. I mean, it was white.
I thought it was like nougat. It's like chewy nougat. That's not sickeningly sweet.
Well, do you want to stay sweet?
Oh God.
I mean, because okay. So let me point out to you.
I know.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 2.
12.
We're not going to try them.
Okay, good. I was like, I can't.
But you may want to try a few different ones.
I will try to. I want to try the Cajun fried pecans.
Okay.
I need something that's not sweet in my mouth.
All right. So next up, I bought a bag of these on the way down to Florida.
So this is my first taste of them.
And I bought a bag on the way back because I loved them. They were so tasty. They were so delicious. I really enjoyed these. They're Cajun style fried pecans.
Can you sniff them?
Yeah, go ahead.
They just taste like or smell like just like seasoning. There you go. A couple. So they're whole pecans. Those are good. Salty. Crunchy. A little bit of a pepper kick. Like a cayenne pepper or a...
They're addicting.
Yeah. A little bit of onion powder. A little bit of garlic powder. Those are really good. Wow. Those spices on the nut, just delicious. Yeah. Those are 5. I would eat all of those. Just sit here and whoops, the bag is gone.
Yeah. I had to get another bag of these. You were like, you wanted me to get other pecans, and I did, but I'm like, I got to get another bag of these because they're so good. You got to try it.
Well, you tend to gravitate towards some stuff that I find too salty. A lot of like Cajun flavored, jerk flavored, like a salty, spicy. Yeah. You love yourself. You love some salty, spicy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes for me, that is just too salty.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But these, those are a good balance. Those are really good. I would buy those again.
So would
I. So do you want to bust into the thing that I was like, oh no?
All right. So this is, I bought one of these on the way down, and then I bought 2 of them on the way back. No, I didn't eat a second one on the way back. I bought one and gave it to my boss at work. And she's been making her way through it bit by bit. Kind of
savoring
it. Yeah, that's a good word. But this is Buc-ee's also has a fudge counter.
Jerky bar, brisket, barbecue, all the merch in the world, and a fudge counter.
Yeah. And they do like the roasted nuts too. Like, I mean, like obviously they got the bag nuts, but they have roasted like
the candied nuts.
Like the ones that you get like at the carnival. Yeah.
Yeah, like the sweet, like the candied ones.
Yeah. So I got fudge, and I got a fudge assortment. And you can see that there's
an assortment,
a dozen of different fudges in there.
Does it tell you which ones are which?
I don't believe so.
Oh. So it's a guessing game.
I can tell you what one of them is for sure. Oops. I forgot that they taped the sides. Because I got the tape on the front. I didn't do tape on the sides.
The hardest fudge to get into is from Buc-ee's. You can take your key and cut it open. You have your keys. Dump all that stuff on the floor. Now the box is mangled.
That piece of tape does not want to tear.
Here.
Jesus.
We'll just put that in a bag afterwards. So you said you know what one of them is?
Yes.
Which one do you know what it is?
Care to guess?
The one in the top right?
No.
It's just plain chocolate?
That one.
Oh, what flavor is that?
Key lime.
Oh, key lime fudge.
So there's one that's like green and brown speckled. That's key lime.
I have pecan stuck in my teeth. Okay, so you pick one to start.
Let's do this one.
That looks like peanut butter. Oh, it's heavy. Buc-ee's fudge. Oh, it smells like maple. What is it? Is it maple or is it peanut butter? Maple. Brown sugar? Maple. Very creamy, very decadent. Very thick.
Yep.
Well, I'll just do 3.
Well, why don't we do one more,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll do the other snack that we have, and then we'll come back and do one more.
Okay. That looks too much like the Divinity, so I'm going to skip that. There's 2 white ones. One's kind of whitish and one's kind of like yellowish. And I don't know if it's because it maybe got dried out a little. So let's hit that one. It's stuck to the other one. Ooh. I don't know what flavor that is. There we go. It is kind of like a white with speckles. What flavor is that?
I know what it is because my boss didn't like this flavor, and she's like, "Oh, you can have that one."
What is it? I recognize it, but I can't.
You can't wrap your brain around it, can you?
Wait a minute. What is it? It's not coconut.
No.
What am I eating?
Fudge.
No, I don't. Banana.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing. I'm just.
That's really good. I like it. I like that one. That was a surprise. I'm like, this is familiar. But what is it? Banana fudge. Banana bread fudge, kind of.
Yeah. All right. So we got one other snack, and then we might come back and have one more piece of fudge.
Okay.
All right. These are also pecans. We went pretty pecan heavy, and
apparently the South is pecan. Maybe Buc-ee's is just pecan heavy.
Well, I meant with this episode because we have other snacks, and there's we got those pecan log rolls. I don't know. Have you ever had a pecan log roll? But other than that, everything else doesn't really have pecans.
Yeah, true.
So these are honey glazed pecans, and these were your pick.
My choice. Do you have any more of that water in there?
Now, I really like the Cajun ones. I didn't get these on the way down or on the way back, or I got these on the way back. I haven't tried them.
Yeah, neither of us have had these.
They smell awesome.
Yum.
Okay. So they're different than the Cajun ones in that they have like almost like a sugary glaze coating.
Honey glaze.
Yeah. Over them. That's crunchy, almost like in a way like a candy coating in a way, like because it's kind of solidified so much. They're good.
It says, excuse me, small batch honey glazed pecans. Buc-ee's honey glazed pecans are handcrafted, one small batch at a time, using only premium ingredients. Coated with a touch of honey and just the right balance of salty and sweet, they are made to satisfy all of your cravings at once. First bite, all I could taste was the candy coating, and I was going to be disappointed. But I think the nut, the nut underneath is salted, so it brings that honey flavor, the salty flavor, the nut flavor. Mm-hmm. Really good. I think they're good if you're craving something sweet and you don't want to eat a huge thing. You grab a couple of those and you'd be good.
Yeah.
Kind of just to satisfy a craving. I wouldn't sit and eat the whole bag like I would I wouldn't sit and eat the whole bag in like a short period of time like I probably would the Cajun ones.
Right. They're tasty though.
They are tasty. Those were on the list of top 10 things to try from Buc-ee's. The meat sticks were, those were, the brisket was, and a few other things that would have not traveled well.
Right. Maybe the banana pudding.
Probably. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Did you want to do another piece of fudge, or do you want to close it out at that point?
I think I need to close it out. I think
Okay.
I am beyond my sugar intake.
We could always save that and do future pieces of fudge on future episodes, or we can just go off episode and have the rest of that.
We'll make a list. When we try them, we'll tell you what they were like.
Sure.
Or we could just make sure we mention, hey, we tried that key lime fudge and it was
banging.
Or vile.
All right.
If the banana is any indication of their flavor of capability, I'm looking forward to the key lime. Just not today when my pancreas is asking me if I have gotten a death sentence and it just
pancreas is doing a wellness check on solid though. A solid finish to this episode. The Yums box was good. The Buc-ee snacks overall were great. I know you didn't like the pecan divinity,
yeah,
but the fudge,
the
two different types of pecans, and the meat sticks.
Yeah, all good stuff.
And we got more Buc-ee stuff.
So much more to go.
We do. We have a lot, and then we have a few more Yums boxes to get through in our stock, and then we're gonna head to Baltimore
and hit up H Mart.
Yeah. We have lots more coming your way.
Oh, and then we bought a whole bunch of snacks today.
Oh, we did. Oh my God, I almost forgot about this.
I'm going to grab one more snack.
Okay.
I'm going to grab a savory snack.
Okay.
Because I need some salt.
So like Trader Joe, we went to Trader Joe's today and we went to Five Below, and both yielded some amazing snack opportunities for us to try. And we're going to try and bring them. We're going to try and bring them to you, so you can, experience what we experience. And if there's stuff that you see that you're like, "Oh, I'd like to try that," then you know what we think of it. But Liz is going to grab us something else from our purchases today. I'm not even sure what she's grabbing. I have a couple of ideas. There's a few different snacks that we picked up from, like I said, from Trader Joe's and Five Below. So we'll see what she comes back with here. But yeah, as we were mentioning, we're headed to Baltimore soon, and we're going to hit up our favorite Asian grocery store, H Mart. So she grabbed from Trader Joe's a new popcorn that they were featuring. And this popcorn is called Synergistically Seasoned Popcorn.
Which is a very pretentious title.
Yes. And it's tangy, salty, smoky, and spicy. And the guy that cashed us out actually said that this popcorn was very good and that he enjoyed it. So they'll usually comment on the stuff that you get and make comments about certain things, and
if they like them,
if they like them or not. Or
I don't think they
them.
talked too negatively about something. He did say he didn't like something.
There was something else that we bought, and he's like,
Oh, he doesn't like mochi. We bought him mochi.
But he said he doesn't like mochi, but what we bought he liked.
Oh, okay.
They're mochi boba tea things. They sound amazing. And then the ube cookies. We bought ube cookies.
Ube. Uber.
eBay. Yeah, we bought cookies on eBay.
Doesn't sound exciting.
It smells interesting.
It smells like bacon.
It smells synergistic.
Does it smell synergistically seasoned?
Yes.
Take a few kernels here and make sure I drop one on the floor for posterity.
It's all about synergy, man. You gotta drop one on the floor. It's a sacrifice to the gods.
Corn went out for the popcorn gods. Okay. This is an all-dressed popcorn. It's salt and vinegar and barbecue and ketchup. And maybe cheese. It's got some spice.
I have a quibble.
You what?
I have a quibble.
What's your quibble?
I'll show. First, the camera.
Oh.
You see that the popcorn kernel, there's like a burnt thing. It's black.
Some of them taste a little burnt. But I'm getting vinegar. I'm getting not necessarily bacon, but smoky.
It's okay.
It's not crunchy. It's really soft.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't buy them again. They will probably get eaten, but I wouldn't buy them again. And they're kind of what I needed to get all of this sweet, cloying taste out of my mouth. But I don't even know what flavor does it say?
What's that?
A spice rack is a world of possibilities. The spices used to season this popcorn, singular and focused on their own, combine to create an experience greater than the sum of its parts. In this case, more is more, and we want more. The flavors interact with each other, cooperate even, to bring you Trader Joe's synergistically seasoned popcorn. You are holding a bag containing multitudes. Oh my God, this is so pretentious. This is the most pretentious popcorn ever. It's got popcorn, coconut oil, cane sugar, vinegar powder, sea salt, cayenne pepper, garlic powder, paprika, rosemary, and natural smoke flavor.
I think you nailed it. It's all dressed popcorn.
It's all dressed popcorn.
It's so to me. Definitely some negative points there with the
burnt pieces.
Yeah.
And that there's no crunch. It is really it's not stale, but it's soft.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. It's all about synergy, man.
And the popcorn is all these very uniform. I mean, they're real. You can see the husk in there. It must be a special brand of popcorn that pops round like that.
Yeah.
Like most popcorn is like a snowflake. It pops and it's got all of these exploded petals, kind of.
Right.
In my experience. And these are all like little brains.
Yeah.
Little round brains. There's no exploded part to them. Like I said, they're not awful. They're not anything to write home about. They are pretentious, as Trader Joe's is wont to be. But they're what I needed. after all of this sugar. And there's even sugar in this. So granted, it's cane sugar and not corn syrup, which is good. But yeah, so if you like all dressed chips and popcorn, you might like these. But I think I'd rather have a bag of Smart Food.
Or the all dressed chips that we got from potato chips that we got from Aldi.
They are spicier the more you eat, and I've got kind of like a cayenne back on the throat thing. But yeah, pretty good.
All right. All right. Well, man, we got so much content for you coming up.
A world of snacks.
It's gonna be pretty snackful for y'all. But please stay tuned for that. It'll be a wonderful time.
The beaches are open.
Yeah. It'll be a wonderful time. Please stay tuned to our YouTube page or our Facebook page for future episodes. Like I said, H-Mart coming back to you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's been a good time, and I was gonna thank you for joining me. I don't know, but yeah, stay tuned for all of that. It should be great. But tonight's episode, it's been real.
It's been fun. It's been real fun.
We'll see you next time.